Both? Okay. Happy one. Yeah, okay, so they usually involve Jared. So Jared, like as you know, Jared's the prankster. So there's this one episode, well, multiple episodes, but usually when Jared starts, Jensen has to continue. I don't know, it's like some unspoken rule that they have. And so usually when it's, you know, so when we're filming, if I'm talking to Jared and Jensen, they're standing like here and they're looking at me. We'll shoot them, and then they'll turn over and shoot me. So every time they turn over and shoot me, Jared will start doing something like, he'll just start doing really weird things, and he'll just try to distract me, right? So sometimes he'll like start touching me with his legs, and every time it's like, Jared, stop it! And then Jensen will start doing, and because I never expect it from Jensen because, you know, he's so professional, you know, he's just like, oh, let's do it. And then every now and then he'll say his lines like, he's like, Kevin. And he'll do something really weird and it just takes me out of it. I'm like, guys. And they'll do it for like 20, 30 minutes. And we're, you know, and we were like behind schedule and everyone's like, and they yell at me, right? They never yell at the guys. Because they do, you know, just to make fun of, you know, just to give me a hard time. But, you know, when everyone's like, the guys are behind schedule, and then they stare at you, and I'm like, I'm not doing this. That's when they go even harder, and they'll keep doing it. Because they just, I don't know, honestly, they're sadistic. They like to see people in pain. So they just keep doing it until we're so far behind schedule that we have to, like, get another day. So yeah, this one time it was the last shot on this day, and I was on my way to LA. Jared had a flight to catch too, and this was the last shot before we moved to location. And so Jared just kept touching me with his leg. And, you know, he's like shoving it in my crotch and my knees and stuff. And I'm really ticklish, right? So I just couldn't help it, right? And I'm like, Jared, can somebody please tell him to stop? And so after like maybe 15 minutes of this, he stops. And then Jensen starts, right? I'm like, this is the last shot. I'm like, Jared, you want to go see your baby, but you know, it's like, you're a dad. Like, don't you want to go see your kid? He's like, yeah, I do. He's like, but I want to do this more. Like, we just like to see frustration in people. That's a fun story, guys. Now it's fun. Sad story was the episode that I died when we were shooting it. You know, this was like the end. You know, I spent 2 years with these people, and you know, usually it is a really light and fun set. But on this day, it was quite sad. You know, like just throughout the day, everyone's like, it's like, is this real? Like, are you leaving the show? I'm like, I guess so. You know, and it was a little bit quieter than normal. So we shot it in sequence. So the last scene that we shot was, you know, Sam smiting me, right? And so I had to put on these prosthetics for like 3 hours, and so I couldn't see. So it was complete black for my last 3 hours on that day. So the last 3 hours that I thought I was ever going to do on this show, I was completely blind. And so I'm like, people are like kind of taking me to the set, and I couldn't see anything. And because it was like a somber day and people weren't really joking around, it was really quiet as well. And so the only thing I really heard, you know, everyone's very like whispering, you know, like action, like, you know, this is like a sad day. And so the only thing I really heard was Jensen saying, you know, Kevin, for like 3 hours, right? And it was really, really hard, you know, because I'm like, okay, I fall on the floor. And then I just wait there and I just listen to Jensen crying about me dying. So, I mean, if you can imagine, yeah, honestly, it was really sad, and I'm really glad I had those eye patches on, because it was really tough for me to do that. And then, yeah, and then at the end, like, they had to like take me to the place to take it off, and I couldn't even bring myself to go back and say goodbye to everyone, because it was sad knowing that was the last day. So, yeah, that was pretty tough.
Okay, thank you. We're gonna miss you.